Members of the barrio, today we're going to be exploring Hell's Kitchen, a neighborhood in Midtown just west of the chaos of Times Square, but a world away. We're going to show you where to eat, where to shop, and where to hang out like a local. You don't want to miss this.
Meet our guest, Billy Hipkins. He's worked on Broadway as a wardrobe professional for 30 years and lived in Hell's Kitchen for decades.
Billy, we're 2.5 blocks from Times Square, the center of New York's tourist universe, but Hell's Kitchen feels so much different. It's actually got a neighborhood vibe.
It's always been its own neighborhood with its own distinct, separate from all of that, just so close to us, feel.
Did I mention how hilarious Billy is?
That's my apartment right there.
What floor?
30th floor. Lived there for 31 years. And next time I move, it's in a pine box.
All right.
I said it the day
you went there, not me. This is Manhattan Plaza, and we have to talk about the importance of the performing arts to this neighborhood. Broadway is a couple of blocks away, and a ton of actors and people in the industry live in these two buildings, right?
Absolutely. The building is government subsidized housing. A huge percentage of the people in the building, I think it's a 60%, are people within the performing arts. Any division of actor, scene painter, musician, whatever that is you do. That's how I got into the building. You can make the argument that everything around this neighborhood has thrived and become the neighborhood it is because of the success of Manhattan Plaza.
Billy took us inside Manhattan Plaza for a surprise tour of one of New York's most famous apartment complexes.
I know actors that said they were begging us to move in, and I said, hell no, over there? And people are kicking themselves now. That's a tennis club. The traffic and the noise and the sirens are insane. I live right up there on the 30th floor, and I'll be in my apartment on the phone with the terrace door open, and friends are like, are you on the street? I don't hear it anymore. I've been there 30 years. I don't hear it.
Have you noticed when you travel to like upstate New York, a quiet location, that it's too quiet?
Yes, it's too quiet.
So I've had that same experience when I go upstate with my wife. We rent a little cabin. At night, I hear crickets, I hear birds, I hear things. I'm like, wow, like, where's the noise? Yeah.
Where's the noise? Yeah, no, I don't care for it. I start missing concrete real fast. Angela Lansbury used to live in here. Tennessee Williams used to live in here. Alicia Keys grew up in my building. Lawrence Fishburne was a nighttime security guard in the building.
If you're a fan of Seinfeld, you're gonna love this stop.
And as luck would have it, we are sitting in the booth where the idea for Seinfeld was conceived.
Absolutely. This is also the booth where I spend a lot of time after shows, because after a Broadway show lets out, a lot of people that have seen shows will come over here to eat, but also those of us that live in the neighborhood and work here. If I want to meet a friend after a show and I don't want to go to a bar or something touristy or anything else, we'll meet over at Westway Diner, because it's the best diner food in the neighborhood, and I can just get a midnight omelet.
I grew up in North Jersey. Diners are life for me. I love like old school classic diners like this one, especially in Hell's Kitchen. Hit this up after a show for sure. Billy, there's a lot of talk these days that New York has become a lot more dangerous, but you lived here, literally you said on this block in the right 80s, when the crime stats were actually extremely high. Yeah. What was it like back then?
Well, there were certain blocks where if you want to get robbed or shivved, feel free to walk down that block. If you want to be safe, go one block over. It's picked up to the point where we're a safer neighborhood. We have just so much activity and life. I feel safe anywhere I am. Now, it's been different during the pandemic with people shut down. It was a little dangerous for a while there, but now it just feels like my neighborhood again. I go anywhere, I do anything. I can't go a block without seeing somebody I know.
Billy got stopped so many times, he may as well have been the mayor of Hell's Kitchen, and I absolutely loved his choice for lunch.
Bulgogi beef mandu, and then one order of beef tacos from Ben. This is one of those ultimate lunch destinations, because when you go out with a big group, someone's probably a vegan, someone just wants regular American food, and then maybe someone wants something exotic. We've got all three here. I ordered Korean, you ordered a sandwich.
Absolutely. I never understood being a tourist going to another location and, oh, thank God they have an Applebee's. Why would you go to Applebee's? This is different than anything else we have in the neighborhood, and different than something you're probably going to find wherever it is you're visiting from.
You know, for $7.95, a mango. That's a mango. Where am I speaking English today? For $7.95, a mango sojarita. I mean, I had to try this. Oh, that's good. Put this in a cocktail glass and some snobby rooftop bar, and this would be $15. $7.95.
Yes, that's my, look at the presentation on that. That's my favorite. That's my jam. I love this.
All right, bulgogi, mandu, right here, beef. Let me take a bite. Really interesting lunch. Very eclectic choice here. Totally the kind of place that I would get behind, and I would be here all the time if I lived where Billy lived.
Let's make sure I'm not gonna get run over.
All right, amazing Ben. What are you thinking here?
Thinking about this Korean tacos right here. Bulgogi beef tacos. There's even rice. This is amazing.
Ben, you're like 2 inches from the curb here.
This could be my last meal.
Do you think Broadway's gonna reopen in September, or is this still up in the air?
I do think Broadway is going to reopen in September. The question is how? We cannot do Broadway unless we are this close, as you and I are right
Exactly.
now. You and I are vaccinated. Is there a guarantee everyone is vaccinated? How do you prove that? How do we do that? Checking everybody at the door, backstage, in front of house. Until those protocols are nailed down and announced, our unions will not let us work backstage. And until those are announced, what audience member would feel safe with the assumption that you're sitting this close to me safe?
Next up, one of the coolest gift shops I've ever been to in New York City.
You guys first showed up in the neighborhood. It changed everything, because as someone that was already living here, oh my God, a store that is gay-friendly and with gay merchandise, to get something for somebody for opening night or for the dressing room or on your way to a birthday party, it really changed everything.
Vladimir Putin, the lavatory mist, make problems disappear.
Here you have all your famous leading ladies, A to Z. It's an essential for every child. This comes from your gay uncle in New York.
We've determined these actually do not go on kittens. They just look like kittens.
You're the first one to ask.
That's fantastic.
Texas loves you.
Yeah?
Totally
Texas
phasing
loves
out.
you. Texas loves me?
Yes, we have a whole list of places that you recommend.
Texas loves me.
Let me introduce you to a damn good cookie place.
I am always about that maple bacon.
Maple
That is-
bacon?
Oh my God,
cookie?
it's so good.
I don't know.
You gotta try it.
I think I just want a classic chocolate chip.
Okay.
Call me old fashioned.
I definitely want a maple bacon.
I'd heard of Schmakary's before, never actually been here, and you were telling me that normally, before or after a Broadway show, there's a line out the door.
Oh yeah, 11 o'clock at night, there'll be a line 20 people deep of people that just say, hey, I'm talking here. They'll send Schmakary's to your stage door, and we all will lose our minds when a box of Schmakary's shows up.
I mean, this looks incredible. I think this is gonna be great. Let's take a bite.
All right.
The only thing missing is a little milk right now. It's the only thing missing from this to make it perfect, but
Right across the street in that coffee shop where he usually sits, I think that might be my friend, Tony nominee Max von Essen. In Hell's Kitchen, we're all sitting here side by side, the rich, the poor, the dirty, the famous. If you want to hear more of me running my mouth, I have my own YouTube channel. It is called The Also Ran. It is my daily ramblings about being a New Yorker all day, all night. Feel free to join me.
All right, we've got cookies to go. Thank you so much to Billy and Ben for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this tour of Hell's Kitchen. Check out our other neighborhood playlist, link down below, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Till next time.